Hey everybody, this is Christy Collins, and I want to show you how to make one of my favorite gifts, which is super soothing skin salve. Say that 5 times fast. So this is actually something I made a few years ago and I started giving as gifts, and the people that I gave it to asked if they could buy some that I made for their friends so they could give it as gifts. So it's a really fun recipe. It's one of our team's favorites, and it's always a big popular item at the holidays. So this takes a little bit of advanced planning actually, because about 2-3 weeks ago I took this ball jar and I put in 1/4 cup of calendula flowers. So you can see what they look like. These are an herb. They're very soothing for the skin. You can get them at Mountain Rose Herbs or Frontier Herbs or Amazon. And what I did was put 1/4 cup of the calendula flowers in here, and then I topped it off with 1/2 cup of extra virgin organic olive oil. Then I put the top on the mason jar and I let it sit on the windowsill in my kitchen so it could steep for a few weeks. So it's finished, and now today I'm actually going to make the salve. So I opened up the jar, and what I did was I poured the olive oil and calendula through a sieve. And once it got where all the olive oil came out, I packed down the calendula flowers with my hands to get out all of that goodness in it. So these you don't need anymore. The flowers you can toss. The oil that's infused with the calendula is what we want. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pot that has some water in it. You could use a double boiler if you have one, but I don't, so that's what I use. And I'm going to sit this measuring cup of olive oil infused with calendula into the pot. I'm going to turn it on to low to medium heat, and then I'm going to add my beeswax. So you would use about 1/8 of a cup, 1/8 of a cup of beeswax. I got this as a big solid chunk of beeswax from Frontier Herbs, and my boys and I grated it up into little flakes, but you can also just buy pellets of beeswax from Amazon. So I'm going to add this in to the olive oil mixture. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch it very carefully, because for a long time nothing will happen, and then all of a sudden the beeswax is going to melt. It's just going to instantly melt, and that's when I'm going to turn the heat off. Okay, so once the beeswax is melted, then you're going to take your lavender oil from Young Living. Lavender oil is so soothing for the skin, and we are going to put in 40 drops of lavender oil. What I like to do is once it's melted, I take it off the heat, I let it cool just for a little bit. I don't let it harden at all, so this is why you want to watch it. And then I put in my 40 drops of lavender. I always have my glass containers ready to go, because as soon as the lavender gets put in, I pour it into my containers. Once it starts to get a little hard, it kind of can get stuck in the glass, so you want to pour it right away. And when it's done, it will look like this kind of a consistency. This is awesome to put on your lips. You could take a little bit, if you've been blowing your nose a lot, put it under your nose. You can put it on your hands. Anything that needs soothing on the body. I hope you enjoy it.